नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं हूं आपका साथी जेमी ऑल्टर। आज मुझे बहुत खुशी है आपसे ये कहते हुए कि मेरे 2020 का लॉकडाउन यूट्यूब चैट शो ऑल्टर्ड स्टेट विद जेमी का दूसरा सीजन आज से शुरू हो रहा है। और सीजन 2 को किक ऑफ करने के लिए आज मेरे साथ जुड़े हैं एक कलाकार जिनका किरदार पिछले साल की अवार्ड विनिंग वेब सीरीज स्कैम 1992 द हर्षद मेहता स्टोरी में मुझे बहुत पसंद आया। और दूसरी बात, कुछ महीने पहले मुझे इनके साथ एक हिंदी फिल्म में काम करने का मौका मिला। ही इज अ फैंटास्टिक एक्टर जिन्हें आपने स्कैम 1992 में प्रणव भाई के रूप में देखा होगा, साथ ही 2016 की फिल्म यू आर माई संडे। और अगर आप गुजराती सिनेमा और थिएटर के शौकीन हैं तो आप जरूर इन्हें जानते हैं। आइए मिलते हैं हमारे आज के मेहमान से, द वंडरफुल, वर्सटाइल एंड वेरी फनी जय उपाध्याय।
मैं जब भी आपको देखता हूँ तो आई जस्ट फील लाइक कॉलिंग यू प्रणव भाई, which is what I think I did the first time. So is is that something you get to hear a lot of since Scam?
Yes. So, but the craziest part is people who know me since last so many years have started calling me that. So people who know my nickname in my housing society, in my building complex, they started calling me Pranav by sudden. I said, भाई मैं आपके लिए वही हूँ, मैं कुछ चेंज नहीं हुआ, but yeah.
बिल्कुल।
So and there was a comment also. Sorry, Jamie.
नहीं।
There was a comment also once I posted about some other movie of mine. And there was a comment कि आप कुछ भी कर लो, आप हमारे लिए प्रणव भाई रहे. I was like, this is scary, boss.
but ये बात मैंने आपको नहीं बताया था। अच्छा, मैं यहाँ पे अपने व्यूअर्स को बताना चाहूंगा कि जय भाई और मैंने हाल ही में एक हिंदी फिल्म की है साथ में, big banner film. We're not allowed to talk about it, so I'm thinking Jay bhai, going forward, let's just call it Project X.
Yeah, Project X क्योंकि वो इनिशियल लेंगे तो शायद
Exactly. तो मैंने कहा नहीं, मैं X ही रखता हूँ। But anyways, मैंने ये आपको बात नहीं बताई थी, लेकिन जनवरी के महीने में when I flew down from Delhi to Mumbai for the look test and for that round table reading, अब मुझे सिर्फ ये मालूम था कि डायरेक्टर, राइटर, फिल्म के हीरो, फिल्म के टाइटल कैरेक्टर और जो दूसरे कैरेक्टर्स है वो उस रूम में होंगे। I had no idea कि you are in it. I walked in there and the moment I saw you, बाकी सब ठीक है, इस शो में प्रणव भाई है, because your character was now you would not have judged that by my look initially. I had to keep it. मैंने कहा बाकी सब ठीक है, प्रणव भाई के साथ अगर मैं एक भी सीन में आया तो I have accomplished everything in this movie because like I told you, your character was the highlight of an award winning show with fantastic performances, but yours was the highlight for me. So I just want to get that off right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
तो आप ये बताइए, how did you get the role in Scam 92?
There were two things responsible for that. One was obviously Mukesh Chabra. So I got a call from his office, and Indu ji, the senior casting director, she was taking auditions. So she not only took my audition, she took my case also properly. So, but she is fastidious. But when I was doing it, I came to know that, and then when I got the role, I came to know why she was doing what she was doing. I didn't realize it then, but then she was to the minutest details. मैंने आपको बोला इसलिए आप ये कर रहे हो, आपकी आंख में दिख रहा है कि अभी आप ये करने वाले हो, नहीं. So she took 7 to 8 takes of mine, and after that, the other thing responsible was that Jay Mehta, Hansal sir's son, and of course Hansal sir himself had seen Tu Hai Mera Sunday. So they had liked the film and currently my performance. So these two things were responsible for me getting the role. But it was a surprise call because I was driving down to an ATM. So by the time I had removed money from the ATM, I was signed.
Oh,
yeah, and yeah, I didn't mess around with the ATM numbers. I got the right amount out and I put it right. I didn't get overwhelmed by the situation. But yeah, I remember where I was at when the ring went off for the first time on the road, and I remember when I said okay, and immediately I took a U-turn after withdrawing cash. So I probably it's not going to go away anytime.
How has life changed for you post scam?
Oh, ho, 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 ho. You can't put a number to it, or you can't even put an emotion to it. You just can't express it because for us, it's like ADVC for four of us, like me, Hemant Kher, Chirag Vora, who played Bhushan, and of course Pratik. So for us, it is ADBC moment. So before that, yes, people knew us, but yeah, the recognition inside the industry, the people of the industry appreciating you, you can never put value to that. People have spent their entire lives on just one thing, not just validation from the public, but validation from your own fraternity. So that has changed a lot of the respect that we get whenever we go somewhere, the kinds of roles that we are offered, the kind of roles that we are offered, and the kind of projects that we are offered has changed dramatically. And yes, my parents have relaxed a little bit. हाँ मतलब ऐसे ही वेस्ट नहीं किया इतना टाइम कुछ तो था उसमें हाँ ठीक है so so now so there was this there's this girl in my building complex and my father was just coming down the lift with her and she said that आज तक आप मतलब जय को देख के बोलते थे कि रोहित उपाध्याय का बेटा है अब आप रास्ते पे जाते हो तो लोग बोलते हैं ये जय उपाध्याय के फादर आपको कैसा लग रहा है सो माय फादर सेड सेम जैसा पहले लगता था
Honestly,
fathers are fathers you know
correct, yeah. That's a great. You know, I know we had a chat जब हम लोग सेट पे थे और आपने बताया था कि आपने इस लाइन में आने से पहले it was not a straightforward transition. कुछ बताइए उसके बारे में that phase before you became a full-time actor.
so I was doing theater since school days so and then college happened then college is like a breeding ground so college से निकला so I got one play through a friend so the commercial play it didn't do that well play was good but it didn't do that well and उसके बाद कुछ हुआ ही नहीं तो मैंने बोला अरे यार then that was the time when call centers were mushroom so uh, I got selected in a particular call center I won't take names of course so udhar I went through 15 days of training and in the end they said that your English is not that good so you should take and my world like crashed वहां से निकल के पापा को फोन किया पीसीओ से उस जमाने में फोन करते थे so I called up dad and I said this has happened he said don't lose hope and this and that then I went to meet a friend in Amberi and then I came back here but then again I tried keep on trying for jobs I got a job in another call center I stuck around there and then I left for a better call center so the call center hopping was going on and after that again I went to another one and by the fourth call center I was a trainer so and that too voice and accent only
Okay.
the thing that I was rejected for the first time that your English is not that good so for voice and accent like a neutral accent you have to so on and so forth so then I was about to get married I met my wife and in the meantime from 2004 I joined Manoj Shah's group theatre group Ideas Unlimited and they only used to do these offbeat Prithvi NCPA experimental type of shows so it would give me time to you know do my job and because the shows were very few and far in between so रियाज चालू था छपाई चालू थी लिखाई भी थोड़ी बहुत चालू थी but in that process I met Disha my wife she was doing so she was playing a very good role a comic character in one of the plays and it was Anton Chekhov's play, The Proposal.
Okay.
उसका हमने गुजराती वर्जन किया था. So she was playing a very comic character in that, and I was playing a dog who used to just be on the entry and bark. And that was it. My role was to just bark from the backstage in Prithvi.
Yeah.
And she used to just go on stage and take all these claps and whistles and laughter and. But that's how then the relationship started, and we decided to get married. So there's this one peculiar thing about Manoj Shah's group. So if you fall in love over there, you just get married. So there are 5 couples.
क्या बात है?
So all
Acting
5 have
and
fallen in matchmaking more than. So I was like, my God. Then I decided to stop call centers because of I got some neurological issues because of those night shifts and headphones and all. So I started getting claustrophobia and motion sickness and all. So my doctor said, "भाई अभी से छोड़ दे ये, नहीं होगा." Then I left call centers. Then I started selling cars for Honda. I sold cars for Honda for a few months. Then one play happened, Anji Virudh Kanji, in Gujarat, with Sachin Khedekar. So Umesh Shukla was the director. Then he made a film on the same play. Oh my God! So that play changed everything slightly for me, in the sense I just got the confidence that no, I can stay in this line and no need to do any more jobs. So after that play, I got a Gucci film, David Kajesh.
Yes.
Yeah, then I kept on doing plays. Tue Mera Sunday happened, Pagdi happened, Scam happened, and a lot of ad films and television also, CID, Park. So yeah, till Scam, everything I was doing was like, it was self-satisfaction.
Sure.
It was family satisfaction, but it wasn't universal as such.
Sure.
So everything leading up to this there were a lot of disappointments. And Manoj Shah being Manoj Shah, he pushes you to a point where you have to fend for yourself as an actor. And in front of whom? The Prithvi Theatre audience, who pays to watch an actor perform. They don't come to faff around or socialize or network.
बिल्कुल.
They come and pay and watch the actor perform, and they are hypercritical. They're very choosy. So he just pushes you and says, "Do your own thing over there." Now they used to be like confused, कि sir क्या कर रहे हैं यार, कुछ तो बताओ. नहीं, you have to do it. So that's how, I don't know, that was a blessing in disguise. Not even disguise, that was blessing only. So all these things changed a lot of things for me. Like, if 8,000 people are watching and I don't flinch, so film के set पे तो क्या ही कर लोगे,
Correct. I get it.
So I mean, theatre से अच्छा, there is nothing better than theatre. So I'm at times pained at today's generation approach towards theatre, because there is nothing like theatre. 2 hours you are on your own,
Yeah.
in front of the audience. You have your memory, your presence of mind if something goes wrong, your confidence, your alertness as to if Prithvi में कर रहे हो तो how loud can you be. And
In that very small space, yeah.
Correct. And proscenium में कर रहे हो, if there is an 800-seat auditorium, you know that after the 4th row, nobody can see what you're doing. They can just hear you and your body. So probably you'll have to be a little bit louder in your body, your action reactions, and voice has to be there. So in proscenium, probably after the 4th row, it becomes more of a audio medium and less of a visual. So these things, when you spend a lot of time on stage, you'll come to know these small things. Then if हम अपने में तो कभी कभी लाइट लगती नहीं है बराबर से, तो उधर चली जाती है, तो you have to take light also and all. These things. So I mean, I don't know. It's very weird that people don't want to give theatre time these days.
Yeah.
Because once you give time to theatre, you will want to come back. First thing. Second thing is you. I mean, you will be unstoppable. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can intimidate you. Nothing can, make you anxious or nervous. No amount of long monologues on in front of a camera will make you anxious or nervous or anything. It gives you that training.
Yeah.
I mean, the more I say, the more I feel that words are not enough to describe the training that theatre gives, the importance of theatre, even in life. So yeah.
तो सर अभी आते हैं the the funny bone in you. Was this something was comedy कुछ ऐसा है जो आपको आसानी से आया या आप में वो funny bone था?
It might have started like, I'm introvert, so I don't know if probably if I start making sense, then it will be nonsense. So rather just go ahead with nonsense only. So people will expect only, so expectations from me will be always low or something like that. It might have started with a behavior to hide my uh, so-called delusional inadequacies, which later on when you relax in life, you come to know you were delusional when you thought that because so is everybody else. But it started off being like, to hide stuff. I used to be funny, but then people used to laugh. Then in college, when I used to do these funny roles and I used to win prizes, when I was doing these serious stuff, people used to laugh at me again. So things like these happened, and I come from a family of my father has six. My father has six brothers, so he's the first, and he has five brothers, and all these six are samples of the first lot. So if so, there is a saying. There was a saying in our village that if you are depressed and all, you visit Upadhyay's house when all the six brothers are. So, so I used to be around them, and the way they look at the problem. I mean, if there is a challenge or a problem, it's actually they look at it like a qissa which they need to narrate in a very funny manner. So they used to even add punchlines to if something has happened, like if they're coming from the native place back here to Bombay, something happened on the train, so they'll just make up a qissa and then they'll just add a punchline of their own. So probably growing up in this madhouse, and that's the reason, because I always thought I will never be able to match these people. So I was very scared and nervous that my uncles and my father has such a dark humor, and I won't be able to stand up to it. So, but then subconsciously it was always there. So two things combined: family, genetics, and delusional notions make you a funny bone, probably.
I think you're also being a little modest here. I'm sure you also have that skill to observe and pick up. मैंने देखा था आपका एक कुछ महीने पहले YouTube पे there's a little skit you've done. I'm guessing आपके sitting at home where you're copying the Sardarji way of speaking. So obviously that shows that you have a certain skill to pick up things also.
Yeah. So again, not being modest. Modest. I'm being like honest. Honest is the right word. Modestly honest.
What is yeah. Honest.
So when you are born and brought up in Mumbai, in Bombay, now Mumbai, boy, you are like true Cosmo, because in my society, buildings complex, we have Punjabis, we have South Indians, we have Christians, we have Maharashtrians, Gujaratis, Marwadis, Bengali. The only thing that we didn't have was a Parsi.
Okay.
So, but Parsis I could pick up because in my college, in my school, there were Parsis. So the way they used to look at life, or the way they used to speak, and the way they used to abuse. The best part was you should just listen to them abusing it. Just be like, please keep on abusing. I just want to listen to
Bite.
So these things, being in Bombay, it was an advantage. So you had friends. So I have a school friend who's a Punjabi. So Then I had a school friend who was very close to me named Venkat, who was from the south. So it's not very difficult if you're in Bombay or if you're blessed with this social lottery of being born and brought up in middle class home, right? You meet all sorts of people.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how, yeah. So it's just something that I had to observe. It was not an option. Monist is the word.
Monist, yes, sir. And this word is going to stick. Monist. So coming back to scam, and again, this is something which I mentioned to you on that first day of shooting. Oh, rooftop party wala scene. Now it is a dry party, and Pranav Bhai, his spirits are low because there's no Tusa wala spirits. But he's making the most of the scene, and it's a fantastic scene. Subtle है उसमें लेकिन impactful बहुत है, the way you're jiving and all. ये scene क्या? Was this rehearsed? Was it impromptu?
Oh, so again, so let's be honest.
Monist,
Uh, so there was no inkling because the way the scene was written was वेटर आता है, ये लोग दोनों बैठे हैं अपने टेरेस पे और बातें कर रहे हैं जो बातें सीन में लिखी गई हैं. तो हमने बोला हाँ, तो आई जस्ट रेड द सीन अगेन लाइक दैट स्विच थिंग, यू नो. आई डोंट the night before I don't burn the midnight oil. So I went on the set and in the vanity I went through the scene again twice or thrice. हम लोग ने रीडिंग बहुत किया था शो से पहले. फिर जब गए वहां पर तो कुछ भी नहीं रखा था. सर ये क्या हो गया बे, ये तो कुछ रखा ही नहीं है, पार्टी कहाँ होगी. तो जो नॉर्मल फर्नीचर था हर्षित के घर का वही था सेट पे. तो सर ने बोला कि ये पूरा सीन नाचते नाचते कर.
अच्छा.
मैंने बोला सर ये मन में आई वाज थिंकिंग कि इतने लंबे डायलॉग्स हैं, गिव एंड टेक है, और नाचते नाचते एक भी डायलॉग के वक्त खड़ा नहीं रहना है सर ने, और कैमरा भी मूव होता रहेगा. और बाप रे. बट देन the best part was it was Hansal sir, the way he was. So the first day when the first shot was Kacha Papad Pakka Papad wala scene. And I was sweating and I was nervous and I couldn't realize why I was nervous. Because I wasn't nervous anywhere during the reading and all. So that was the first shot. So he just came up to me and said, भाई तुझे जैसे लेना है ना वैसे ही करेंगे. Don't follow my instruction. And I'm not sitting there. He went in some other room and वहां से उसको चिल्लाते थे एक्शन. So that you know, उन्होंने बोला कि ये सीन तुझे जैसे देना है वैसे देना.
Super.
So then the scene happened. Yeah. So I said, such a cool guy. So he's only going to help me, not going to scold me. And I had Pratik with me, Chirag and Hemant, whom I knew for so long. So by the way, Pratik and Chirag I know since 2004-5, since I joined. They are also still a part of Manoj Shah's group, theater group.
Okay.
So वो था. So that's how it happened. And yeah, the steps were of the steps I usually do at the parties of my friends, those 31st parties. Yeah. So it was quite natural.
It looked extremely natural. तो आपने अभी बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग बात की है about Hansal sir giving you that space and then physically leaving the immediate scene. As an actor, अगर ऐसा कोई director आपको ये मौका मिलता है, you know what, scene में कुछ है, you obviously have come कुछ मोटा sketch लेके मन में, but now you do it. As an actor, what does that do to you?
Orgasm. Serious orgasm. I mean, you know, he used to keep it rolling.
Acha.
So if he keeps it rolling, you have at times so there was once when he kept rolling and nothing happened and he said, Jai, improvise kar. So why that is a comfort zone for me, because that is how Manoj Shah is. So he is my friend, father, guide, philosopher, teacher, whatever it is, everything all in one. So that's how Manoj Shah is. He never directs. He gives you the script, you have to read it, and then you go on the floor and he's just sitting there. Ah, wala. Do magic. So that's how he is. So probably now that has become my comfort zone. कि मुझे बताओ मत, मैं try करता हूँ ऐसा. So yeah, but it's a problem because it's what when you don't have that freedom. So
Correct, because it's rare. Yeah.
so now getting used to expanding things or probably deleting a few things and putting it your own has become a habit, a natural extension of your style of work. So, but yeah, it is not always good. That also I have. So Hansal sir also knew when to give you freedom and when not.
Also
There are
very
times when he used to, yeah. So there are times when he used to say, pause, ये acting कर रहा है तू क्या? Acting लग रहा है, जय acting नहीं चाहिए मेरे. So there were times when he used to do this also. He casually बोल जाए फटाक से. ना time नहीं है चीज. So yeah. So directors usually know कि कितना छोड़ना चाहिए, कितना नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए. But if there is a script or a director who wants it in a very specific way, I have to adopt. So that is a challenge for me rather than if somebody says करके दिखा something. Yeah.
Fantastic. No, that's great. Just going back to something which you mentioned earlier, I know that your wife is also an actor. How important is it, ek to have a spouse who understands what you do? That's one thing. But then she's lived and breathed the same kind of things which you have. How important is that?
Even if you're in banking or any corporate job, or if husband and wife are from the same profession, that's something. Because you understand the challenges, and more than your highs, if your spouse understands your lows, nothing like it.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest shrink that you have, the closest psychologist that you have, the closest therapist that you have is your spouse. So the cheapest one also. So if they can understand your lows of your profession, I mean professional lows also. Personal, so they will understand obviously because.
Correct.
So if they understand even your professional lows, nothing like it. So I mean, yes, that's what I'm just tremendously blessed to have her because I hope she says the same thing about me. I don't know. I'm not sure. So, but yeah, it pays to be in the same profession. You know. It is truly amazing.
बहुत खूब. Lovely, beautiful. बिल्कुल. Jay bhai, thank you so much for taking out time from your schedule. It's been a fantastic episode 1 of season 2 on the show, and like always, we wish you all the best success, the best health, the best everything possible.
Thank you so much, Jamie, for this opportunity, and I wish you all the best for your best season, and may it do better than anything you have been across so far on all your platforms, and may this be just the start.
Both cool. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.